what's good, Commanders fans? Happy Friday. I want to give a quick shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's preview. And just once again, wishing everybody happy Friday. This preview, guys, I don't think it needs to be a long preview. We know what's going on. This is a game that we are the better team. We all know that, and we should take care of business. But you can't take anybody lightly, guys. We just can't. And I am a little concerned, like I talked about earlier this week, about some things with the Panthers because I think they do have some talent. But let's get to the storylines here. Shout out to Darrell Green, man. This is the Darrell Green. This is the homecoming game for the Commanders. I know there's homecoming for Howard University this weekend. I think University of Maryland has their homecoming. A lot of local schools, local colleges have their homecoming this weekend, so that's pretty cool, pretty lit. But the Commanders have their homecoming on Sunday, and they are honoring the legend Darrell Green, man, the fastest man alive, fastest man in the world. I mean, he looks like he still got it. Like when he was training with Mikey Sanders still, or training Mikey Sanders still, like he was running around, changing direction, flipping his hips, and like he was moving really, really quick. Like it looked fake for somebody to be his age. How old is Darrell Green now? For somebody to be his age, moving 64, for him to be 64 years old and still moving like that is ridiculous. I know somebody commented on my video the other day. It was like Darrell Green could probably still play better than the corners that we have right now. And honestly, like that may be true. 5'9", 184 pounds. Played all of his career with the Skins. 2-time Super Bowl champion, NFL Man of the Year, four-time first team All-Pro, 7-time Pro Bowler, 1990s All-Decade Team. I could just go on and on and on about all the accolades that he has. Bart Starr Award in 1997. Most consecutive seasons with an interception, with 19 seasons, 54 interceptions in his career, 6 touchdowns, and he was a darn good punt returner as well. Solid kick returner. Reportedly ran a 4.09 40-yard dash in 1986. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, to be that fast is just insane. It's just insane. I mean, literally faster than a horse. Literally faster than a horse. I mean, Darrell Green's a legend, man. So I'm happy that they're able to recognize him and honor him this game, and especially a game that we should win and blow the team out, or win by at least 8 points. On the spread's about like 9.5. I think I'll bet US. So we should definitely win by at least 7. But I mean, Darrell Green, he was just a dog back in the day. He was a dog, and he still is a dog. He still looks like he could go out there and play today. At this time, I mean, seriously. And then yeah, I'm looking at some accolades during the game. Darrell Green returned a punt on a reverse from Champ Bailey for 35 yards, which is the longest gain of any kind for a player his age at 42 years old. I mean, just doing like unheard of stuff at that age. And like I said, at 64, he probably could seriously go out there and still play. 4-time winner of the NFL's fastest man competition. Just ridiculous stuff. I mean, like I said, I could go on and on and on about Darrell Green, the legend Darrell Green. So let me know if you guys are going to the game. I know a couple people told me that they're going to the game, and it's going to be a good game to go. The weather's going to be nice. I think it's going to be like 77 degrees outside, which is beautiful weather. A 4 o'clock game on CBS. Not a primetime game, but a late window game, which we're going to have another late window game against the Bears next week. So we cannot overlook the Panthers. And it's not a trap game, but this is a game that we have to take care of, and we're the better team, simply put. Of course, Jeremy Chin played for the Panthers last year. Frankie Louvu played for the Panthers in his career. So, Frankie Louvu is going to be a captain. It's Frankie, and then who else is the captain for this week? Let me look it up here. Who are the captains? Frankie. Of course, I'm not surprised with that. I thought they would maybe make Jeremy Chin a captain this week just for the purposes of them playing against the Panthers and kind of doing that. But it's going to be Frankie. Yeah, here's the video. Frankie, Sam Cosmi, and the third guy is Nick Bloor, the special teams stud. So we're going to go with the injury report and everything. And keys to victory. Like I said, keys to victory, we're going to keep them short and sweet because, like I said, this is a team where I think we just need to have a simple game plan to win this game. Don't make it too complicated. We are the better team, and the main thing is not being scared. Not like saying we played scared against the Ravens, but for Cliff to be aggressive and kind of get back to what we did, because I feel like Cliff kind of came out there a little timid to start off, and then maybe there was a 4th down that we should have gone for that we usually go for in the past, and we didn't against the Ravens. But those are all the narratives right there. Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, former Panthers, Darrell Green with the Hall of Fame, recognizing him. And just a game that we should win. Bryce Young got benched for Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's not a bad quarter. He's not a bad backup for a guy to come in. And we all know what happened to Andy Dalton when we played him with the Cowboys. We blew him out 41-16. I know it was 4 years ago, 41-16, and then Andy Dalton was seeing stars and he got knocked out by John Bostic. So I know Andy Dalton, he doesn't like coming to Northwest Stadium. I know that for sure. But yeah, let's get to keys to victory here. But before we do that, we'll give a quick shout out to BetUS. Make sure you guys sign up with BetUS using promo code YouTube150. First time users, you get 150% deposit bonus match up to $2,000 on your and then on your second and third deposit, you get a 125% bonus up to $2,000 on your next two deposits using code YouTube150. You can live wager on BetUS. It's 24/7 personalized service, 365 days out of the year on BetUS. All right, so let's go over some props that I like. I do like the over on this, the over 51.5. Both defenses are not good. The Panthers have one of the worst defenses in the NFL by far. They're on a record to allow the most points in a season. Like they're on the trajectory to be one of the worst defense or the worst defense in NFL history. Like that's how bad the Panthers defense is. You look at the last couple games that they had. You know, if you want to look at B-Rob's rushing props and stuff like that, I don't think they have them out yet. Let me check BetUS real quick here just to see if they have the props up for Brian Robinson, because I know they haven't announced. He's still questionable, but they haven't announced whether he's going to play or not. But I guess just all for the easy ones, I would definitely take Chuba Hubbard over on rushing yards against us because our rush defense is bad. And then I was thinking about taking Deontay Johnson with the over on receiving yards. And then also B-Rob, anytime touchdown scorer. Chuba Hubbard, anytime touchdown scorer as well. If you want to take a look at Terry McLaurin over on his yards and anytime touchdown scorer, I would take a look at that too. And Jaden Daniels, anytime touchdown scorer. So there's just a bunch of things that I would definitely take a look at because both defenses are so bad. It's like you got to take a look at basically all the props and any prop that is available for sure. But those are the picks for me. Really, B-Rob, anytime touchdown scorer. Chuba Hubbard over on rushing yards. Deontay Johnson over receiving yards, Terry over receiving yards, Terry anytime touchdown scorer, Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown scorer. I would also look at Jaden Daniels rushing yards as well because they just can't stop the run. The Panthers cannot stop the run at all. So once again, make sure you guys check out BetUS and use promo code YouTube150 and take the over on the 51.5 total because I took the over on that on the game against the Ravens last week and that hit because they had 53 points for the total. So, all right, let's get to the injury report here. Dorance Armstrong, unfortunately, is going to be out. So other guys got to step up. Clelin Ferrell is questionable. They did bring in the defensive end, Jalen Holmes, so he may get some snaps. Dante Fowler is going to be out there, but we're just thin on the defensive line. Jonathan Allen out for the rest of the season. So other guys got to step up, like Fedarian Mathis, F.A. Obata's got to step up if he plays. Jordan McGee certainly has to step up. So other guys really got to step up and make some noise and get some pressure on Andy Dalton this game because we just have a lot of injuries. They have a lot of injuries as well, but other guys got to step up with Dorance being out. And Dorance Armstrong started to wake up too, man. Like he was starting to get his stride. And he got a couple sacks. He got a sack against Kyler Murray, sack on Deshaun Watson. So other guys got to step up. Javonte John Baptiste is on injury reserve. So we really, really are thin on the defensive line right now. Jamin Davis is going to have to play. He's going to have to be active. Like there's just no ifs, ands about it. Let's see if Emmanuel Forbes is active this game. So we'll see on that too. Getting back to the injury report, Brian Robinson's questionable. I think he will play. He was limited in practice today. Jordan McGee was a full participant. He's questionable, so I think he's going to play. Nick Allegretti, limited, but I think he's going to play. Tyler Biotic, Noah Brown, full participant. Percy Butler, full participant. Emmanuel Forbes, full participant. Frankie Louvu, full participant. Quan Martin and Deron Payne, all full participants. Now, let's go to the Carolina Panthers side of the injury report. The biggest thing standing out for me is Deontay Johnson. Now, he's questionable with the ankle injury, but last week he was questionable too, or he missed some time, and he still played with that ankle injury. So I think he's going to play again, and that's the one guy that I really am concerned about. Him and Chuba Hubbard. I'm concerned about both those guys going up against our defense. They certainly could. Jadeveon Clowney is out. The the edge rusher, Jadeveon Clowney, we all know the South Carolina hit that he had in college. You know, had a solid career with the Texans. A good season last year with the Ravens too. Josie Jewell, their linebacker, out. They got a lot of guys out. Ashawn Robinson out, the defensive end. Linebacker John Rittagan out. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, out. Claudin Cherilus out. And they got a lot of guys on injury reserve too. They're just out, but their injury list is just so darn long to the point where we would be here forever if I sat down and read that. Now, Derek Brown, their defensive tackle, he's out for the season. Ashawn Robinson, like I said, he's out. Shai Tuttle is out for the season. No, he's playing. Derek Brown out for the season. Shaq Thompson out for the season. DJ Woodham on PUP, and then one of the guys, Fuller, is still on injury reserve too. So they're just so banged up to the point where they got backups, practice squad players, similar to us. We're just signing guys, that were just released by other teams. Like Troy Hill, they just released him, and fans are like, "Oh, we should pick up Troy Hill, the cornerback from the Panthers." That's how desperate we are at the cornerbacks. But we're working out guys like Kyle Fuller, who was an All-Pro 4 or 5, 6 years ago. So that's where we're at, and the Panthers are in a similar position too. All right, and I forgot to say, Darrell Green is getting that key to the city as well, so he definitely deserves it. All right, so let's look at some numbers for the Panthers. Let's see how bad they are defensively. They're top 5 in missed tackles. They only have 6 sacks in the season, which is 31st, so they generate no pressure. They're 30th in third down defense, which is terrible. They're 32nd in points allowed per game. They're 30th in third down defense. The Panthers defense is awful. They are terrible. They are a sieve. They are a turnstile on defense. You look at some of the games they just had against the Bengals. Chase Brown had 80 yards on the ground. Zach Moss had 51 yards on the ground rushing the football. 2 touchdowns. Bengals versus the Panthers, and the Panthers lost to the Bengals 34-24. The Bears, DeAndre Swift had 21 carries and 73 yards and 1 touchdown against the Panthers defense. The Falcons, they just lost to last week 38-20. Tyler Algier had 18 carries for 105 yards and 1 touchdown. Bijan Robinson had 15 carries for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. This should be a game where B-Rob eats. This should be a game where he eats. Even if he's not 100%, he should still get at least 60 to 70 yards on the ground and at least a touchdown, if not 2 touchdowns. Austin Eckler should eat. Jeremy McNichols should eat. That's how bad their defense is. They cannot tackle. They just struggle with their defensive line, and they play a 3-4 as well. All right, so offense, keys to victory for me is to put them away early. Don't give them any life. We had to put our foot on their necks and go for the kill, go for the jugular early. If we win the toss, honestly, I would get the ball first. I would get the ball first so we can just start to put them away early in the first half. This is a game where we have to put them away. If we let them stick around, they may have life. Chuba Hubbard can run the football really well. Deontay Johnson's a good receiver that does not match up well. Our corners just don't match up well against anybody in the league, really, for the most part. But Deontay Johnson is a mismatch for guys like Ben St. Juice and just the personnel that we have. Target Terry early and often. J.C. Horn is a darn good corner. I know everybody wants to trade for him, but he's not available. But I still think he should get the upper hand on J.C. Horn. They've given up a lot of yards to receivers as well. So I would get Terry involved early and often. Of course, spread the wealth to Noah Brown, Zach Ertz, De'Ami Brown, Luke McCaffrey. Alamide's got to catch the football, but everybody should eat this game. Everybody should eat. And Jaden, I think he should use his legs this game too. I think this is a game where he can have a 50-yard run. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, if he has like a 50 to 70-yard run against this defense. But of course, use your legs to throw the ball downfield. But if he has to use his legs to run, go ahead and run. No fumbles or penalties. Obviously, don't beat ourselves because they're not going to beat us. The only way they're going to stick with us is if we beat ourselves and commit penalties in the red zone like we did against the Giants. Up-tempo, no huddle. I like when we do that. And Cliff and Jaden reads the defense. He's like, oh, they're playing man like against the Browns. And he's like, hey, I want to take a deep shot to De'Ami. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities where we're going to be able to do that. Fourth down. As I always say, how are we going to approach fourth down this game? Are we going to be aggressive? 4th and 3, are we going to be aggressive? 4th and 5, are we going to be aggressive? We have not missed a fourth down yet. I don't want to jinx it, but fourth downs, I think if we're in their territory, I would go for it. I just think we should do that because we're just a better team, and we got to put them away. We got to put them away early. I think that's about it. Touchdowns, not field goals. Obviously, we got to finish in the red zone like we've been doing, finish in the red zone. B-Rob getting the ball. Jeremy McNichols needs to be involved a little bit more this game too, in my opinion. Austin Eckler, as always. But we have a 3-headed monster at the running back position. Special teams, Austin Siebert, make all your kicks. It's great weather out there on Sunday, so he's got to make his kicks. And then clock management with Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury. They've been doing a good job for the most part, using their timeouts, clock management, using the 2-minute warning or whatnot, getting the ball back against the Ravens before halftime, but Austin Siebert missed the kick. So they have done a good job so far with clock management. When to throw the challenge flag, different things like that, analytics. I think Dan Quinn's done a solid job so far through the first 6 games of the season. Defense for me, force a turnover. Ball is life. Andy Dalton. Let's look at some of the numbers for Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton has 4 turnovers in the last 2 games. He is 7th in turnover worthy plays, and he's only had 27 dropbacks this season. So he will give us opportunities to get the football, to take it away. They had 3 fumbles against the Bears as well. We just have to be ready. We have to catch the football when it comes our way. Ben St. Juste had that drop against the Buccaneers in the first game of the season. That can't happen. You have to take advantage of those opportunities that Andy Dalton's going to give us. He's going to give us chances to take the ball away. They have to seize the opportunity and play like ball is life. Slow down the run game of Chuba Hubbard. We're not going to stop Chuba Hubbard. He's a dog. He's had multiple 100 yards rushing games this year. Even though he's on a bad team, he's a dog. He's been dominating this year, and I don't see it really being any different against us. I think he's going to get at least 60 to 70 yards on the ground. And 60 yards on the ground is like a modest day for Chuba Hubbard. So I think he's going to have a big game. We're just terrible against running backs. Derrick Henry, James Conner, Chase Brown, Zach Moss, Devin Singletary. It doesn't matter who it is. The running back is. They always feast. They've been feasting against our defense. Contain Deontay Johnson. Do not put St. Juste on Deontay Johnson. That's a mismatch. It's going to be similar to Zay Flowers, what he did to Ben St. Juste. If they put Ben St. Juste anywhere near Deontay Johnson, they're going to target him and go at him. And I don't blame the Panthers for that. So are they going to play zone, mix and match? If they're going to play man, I would put Noah Eye on him or Mikey Samersill. And it's still not a great matchup, but I think those guys would do better than Ben St. Juste against Deontay Johnson. Manufacture pressure with Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner. Use those guys. Since we don't have, we're thin at the edge rusher spot, so our linebackers are going to have to generate pressure for sure, like they did against Deshaun Watson. And also Kyler Murray. So that's really about it for the defense, guys. We just have to seize the opportunities. Like I said, Andy Dalton's going to give us chances. He's going to give us chances, man. He is. We just have to take advantage of those opportunities. So I guess we'll go to the prediction here. So I do have us winning this game. I do have us winning 33-25 or 33-23, something like that. That's going to be the over. I think we comfortably win this game, but I am a little concerned because they have talent. Like Chuba Hubbard's a dog, Deontay Johnson's a dog, and our defense, the personnel is just not good enough. So they are going to put up points, guys. They are going to score a couple times. But you guys let me know what you guys think. We move to 5-2 and we get ready for that Bears game, which is going to be a thriller. You know, 2 really, really good quarterbacks and Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels is the better quarterback to me. I think to a lot of us as well. And he's been the better quarterback so far this season by far over Caleb Williams. Like if the season ended today, he would be Rookie of the Year. And he's in the MVP race. It is what it is. Jaden Daniels is in the MVP race. But let's focus on this Panthers game. Let's get the dub. Let's win this comfortably. Let's not play around. Let's put our foot on their necks and finish this game early. Put them out the way. 33-23, Commanders win the game, but the Panthers are going to be able to move the football. They're going to score points. Chuba Hubbard's going to have a good game. Deontay Johnson's going to have a good game. Xavier Legette, let's shut him down. Jatavion Sanders is a good tight end as well. Like I said, they have talent. They really do. But the Red Rock is going to turn the football over. All right, guys. Hail the Commanders. Peace.